Hi, everybody. Welcome to Round Glass Living. My name is Chong, and today we are going on a shamanic journey to heal past hurt. So, today we'll need a mat or something comfortable where you can lay down on, preferably not on your bed or in your bedroom if you're doing this, because the energy of you sleeping in your bed and then journeying to revisit a past hurt part of self is not conducive for your sleep. So, ideally, if you're somewhere in a separate space, and if you have lower back pain, you might put a bolster or some sort of cushioning or pillows, let's say, underneath your legs for when you lay down. Some of you, if you have experienced shamanic journeying and you feel that it's a little bit more conducive to be in an upright seated position and you can still drop into an expanded state of awareness, you can do this journey seated. For the most part, or for most people, it will be more comfortable journeying on a laying down position. And another note is, if because we're all over different parts of the world, some of you it's evening, some of you it's daytime. For me, journeying works better when it's dark. So if it's like daytime, like for me it's daytime right now, then get something to cover your eyes, like a eye mask or a scarf or something, and it'll help you with the visualization process. Now, some of you are more visual, some of you are less visual. Visual doesn't always mean see. So if I say see, I also often say sense or hear or intuitively feel. And we want to use all the senses. It's not just about, ooh, did I get a vision pop in, right? And this is this attachment we have sometimes to seeing. So just note that visualization includes all of the senses and how you receive inner information. So we have all been hurt, right, in our lives, whether that's been physical, mental, or emotional, or in some other way. And oftentimes we are told to either brush it off, get back up, keep moving. And from a shamanic perspective, if we don't go through an energetic acknowledgement, which is really a ritual, it's a rite of reclaiming this lost part of self, we suffer what the shamans called el susto, which is a soul loss, right? It's the loss of the animated part of you, your essence. And over time, what happens is that our life force will diminish if we suffer enough soul loss. And that leaves us feeling fragmented and not fully whole. So in today's journey, we will connect to a time in your life that needs to be reclaimed. And so I'll give you an example from my own life. When I was a child, I had a very strict upbringing with traditional refugee Chinese parents, and they were very hard on me. So physically, mentally, verbally, emotionally, it was very taxing as a child. And when you have a very difficult childhood, and I don't know what your childhood was like, but we all have some point in our life that feels a little bit challenging. We tend to make an excuse or numb it and make it normal. Okay, that's just how it is. Life is like that. And so that happens little by little, event after event. And what then energetically happens in our system, in our psyche, in our hearts, in our physical body, tension accumulates. And when we don't acknowledge what has happened, we cannot actually move forward. You can say, or someone else can tell you, keep going, move forward, but it's not really possible until we actually look at the challenge, the suffering, the pain, whatever it is. So just note that when we do go back and visualize that part of self that has been hurt in whatever way it has been hurt, that we are there to witness it. We are not there to engage with it. So do not be afraid. We will not get stuck at any time in any memory. It is coming from this spirit of I'm watching. All right, so let's get started. Please come to a laying down position. Make yourself comfortable. I will stay seated for the purpose of tuning in with you. And start to deepen your breath wherever it is that you are. Fidget around with your legs, with your arms, with your shoulders, until your body feels spacious and a place that is receptive to go into the deeper aspects of yourself. We'll start first with a body scan. Let the breath just naturally be while this is happening. Allow the feet to spill open. and trickle a wave of softness up through the ankle bones, the shins, the knees, the thigh bones, up into the hips, and start to visualize the basin of the hips from the sacral bone that is at the handle of the spine all the way around the front of the hip bones, and allow that to soften. And while the lower body softens, send breath up through the lower spine, the lower backbone, the lumbar, into the middle spine, the upper, and allow the breath to also broaden the shoulder blades. Send a wave of softness down through the arm bones, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, and the fingers. Now visualize all of your ribs. You have 24 total, 12 on each side, expanding fully with the inhale, and expanding and contracting very effortlessly. Expanding, contracting, all 24 ribs. And feel the full volume of your body taking the breath in, almost like a cylinder of light. Now send length up through the neck on the inhalation. On the exhale, let go of anything that is tensing around the neck, anything that feels like it is in a holding pattern, let that go. And now visualize the space at the base of the skull where the neck inserts into the cranium. And create more space there just by simply visualizing it. And imagine that the canal where your ears are is opening wider and wider, and your receptivity to sound becomes more acute. You're able to perceive not just the sound of my voice and the sound of whatever is happening in your environment, your room, or outside on the street, or if you're somewhere in nature, all of that sound, include it as part of your experience in its vibration. And soften the plate on the forehead. And allow the eyes to soften inwards towards the bones that carry them. The eyes get heavy, as if you're staring in towards the center of the brain. And feel like the top of your head, the crown, is becoming electric. And there's the current of energy that travels up and down through the spinal cord. So there's a two-way street going north and south. Energy's fluttering up and down, electrical. Now bring your awareness to your blood and imagine that your blood is cycling in the most fluid way possible, like rivers within you, constantly flowing without stop, as your breath is flowing without stop. Bring your awareness to your muscles, your tissue, and your skin. Magnify your awareness of your skin. And your skin will be the entry point in how you will drop into this expanded state of inner seeing, inner feeling, inner knowing. Start to visualize the skin expanding larger than your actual physical body, as if it could touch into the energetic spaces around you, in front of you, behind you, to the right of you, to the left of you, until it feels like you're sitting in an orb of energy. We can call this the cosmic egg. Just like at one point or another, you were in your mother's womb, you are summoning the energy of the cosmos to create a womb around you right now. You might visualize that in any color or any texture. Now deepen your breath on a 4 count. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suspend for a moment. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom for a moment. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find fullness. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find a moment of emptiness. Continue this pattern of breath on your own and lose the counting. Follow the drum beat intuitively. You might be a little bit longer than 4 counts or a little bit shorter than 4 counts. That's fine. Your objective is to elongate and to tease out the breath. And as the breath is doing its thing, lengthening and then grounding and anchoring, bring your mind's eye to the 4 corners of your room. Connect to the 4 cardinal directions of south, west, north, and east. As we have in times past and other journeys, we connect now to serpent energy. Visualize Mother Serpent, Sachamama, arriving into your space to help you let go of the past, to let go of any holding patterns in the physical body. Invite Jaguar energy coming in from the west, the feline energy. And Jaguar helping you to break through any mental, emotional blocks that keep you in a pattern of seeing things from a perspective that is not sustainable. And then invite in the hummingbird energy from the north. And hummingbird is here to teach you about the sweetness of all things, even sweetness through challenging moments, sweetness through difficult times. So see hummingbird arriving now. Hummingbird will be your main guide taking you back to the past. So see hummingbird. Hummingbird can be any sweet bird that drinks from the flowers, from the nectar of life. Any color hummingbird will do. And then finally call an eagle. Eagle energy. Apuchin coming in to help us to spread our wings, to connect more deeply with spirit, towards our energetic potential, inside and out. And so you have the 4 great winds, the 4 directions anchored around you. And so, invite in hummingbird to come into the forefront of your consciousness. See, feel, hear, sense hummingbird. And allow hummingbird to take you on a journey. And this is you allowing hummingbird to take you. Some of you will see, some of you will sense, some of you will just simply know. Some of you will only experience in color. Some of you will have technicolor vision. All is welcome. And no experience is wasted. Follow hummingbird into an open field. And up ahead, you will see a great ancient tree. And this is the tree of life, the tree of knowledge that has been written in the old texts. As you make your way towards the tree, hummingbird is there, and hummingbird can speak. Hummingbird can transfer information to you and says, I'm going to take you back to a time where you felt hurt, or a time that has not been fully realized or acknowledged, something that you need to see, something that only you will understand, only that you will know that when you arrive in this time and place, you will know why you are here. And so, knowing this, and this is the wisdom of hummingbird, and hummingbird is your guide here, follow hummingbird to the tree of life and place your hand on the tree. And hummingbird is near you, and hummingbird will follow you and guide you on this journey. And ask permission for the tree to allow you to enter. And tree says yes. So on the next breath, enter into the tree of life and make your way down. Move down through the roots, go down through the soil, move down through the different layers of rock, move down towards the heartbeat of Mother Earth. You go so far down, you go past the rivers that flow underneath the earth. You move past the caves, past the crystals, and you move right into the center in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arriving into the center of the earth, look around you, and you will see a pool, a well of water. Approach it now with Hummingbird. And in 5 counts, when I count down, you will look into that pool, and a memory, a time in your life, or even before you were born, will emerge in the pool. 5, 4, 3, 2, and look over the well. 1. And in this pool of water, a time, a place. Step into the pool. Hummingbirds guiding you, following you, supporting you. Where are you? What do you see? What age were you? What were you wearing? So using your eyes, your inner sense of hearing, your taste even, your smell all the smells, using your skin to touch. What are you doing? Are you outside or are you inside? Are you alone or are you with others? Because this is a time that you needed to come and see, Hummingbird has brought you here for a reason. What is happening to you? Is something being done? Or are you doing something to another? In what way is hurt being experienced? Whatever that means, in whatever layer, whatever level, whatever gradient, whatever shade of hurt, what is being experienced? And trusting and knowing that Hummingbird is there, that you are just simply here to witness it and to not engage it. Keep deepening the breath. Keep witnessing what is happening. What is being said? What is being felt? By you, by another or a group. And whatever it is that is happening in the past, ask Hummingbird. Look at Hummingbird. Why am I here? Ask. Why am I being shown this? Again? Maybe you've not thought about this in a while. Maybe you think about this all the time. Hummingbird, why? What is the lesson? What do I need to learn? Why am I here? Is it because of something I said, something I did, or something I did not say, something that I did not do? And if things could have been done differently, if I could hurt no one and no one could hurt me, and I was in the most aligned state to say or do or not do all that I needed to express, what could have happened instead of what did happen? And so ask Hummingbird to show you a possibility. What could have been possible? And again, witnessing the possibility, not engaging with it, not attaching to it, just watching. What I need to remember is what? Out of all that you know, out of all that you do not know, out of everything you've just witnessed from the past and a possible other past that did not happen but would have been ideal, what must you remember about yourself? Out of all that you know, out of all that you don't even know yet, what is it that you must remember? Is it a certain quality of yourself? Is it that you must remember to do something, to say something, to be in a certain state? What are you now instantly reminded of, now that you've witnessed what you've witnessed? And so knowing that this is what you're reminded of, The invitation now is call on the ancient ones. The ancient ones can be the ancient trees. The ancient ones can be the ancient elders. The ancient ones can be your ancestors. Call on the ancient ones to form a circle around you. And so they all gather. With every breath, they gather. And they're holding you in the center. And in the center, as it has been time immemorial, there's always been a fire, a sacred fire in the center. And so that fire now is being stoked. This fire is growing and growing, and it is a warm fire, a nourishing fire. And the ancient ones, they settle and they stand powerfully. And they say, it is now time for you to step towards the fire. And so make your way towards the fire. And this fire is a fire that releases, is a fire that heals, is a fire that uplifts, it's a fire that transmutes. So you make your way into the fire. You make yourself as the offering. Step one foot in, the other, and then walk into this nourishing fire and feel the warmth of this fire. Feel it move from your feet, up the legs, through the whole spine, to the shoulders, down the arms, through the neck, through the head. Feel warmth. Feel the energy of the sun moving through. And this time that you have witnessed, this old past hurt, whatever it was, allow it to melt into the fire. Allow it to leave your bones, to leave any aches that are in the muscles, anything that might be stuck in your blood, your organs, your tissue, your skin. Let it evaporate into air, into smoke. And as this fire continues to burn, you get lighter, you get brighter, a bit more empty. And as your cup empties, you know that eventually it can be filled with that which is aligned. For now, you're emptying. Keep breathing and emptying. Take 5 deep breaths in and out, continuing to empty. Every exhalation, you empty further. Inhale. Exhale. Into the nose. Deeply through the mouth. 3 more. 2 more. On the last one, the fire will dissipate. And the fire will centralize into your heart and become a small flame, the flame of passion, the flame of your love, the flame of your life. And all that remains right now in this moment is you in this clear state. The ancestors around you, hummingbird guiding you still. And what emerges is this version of you. This version of you that is a bit more clear. This version of you that is not holding onto this old story, onto this old wound, this old pain, this old hurt. It is this version of you that has more perspective of the old story. It is the version of you that is able to take this old story and turn it into fertilizer, to compost it back into the ground, to be recycled into new energy that is conducive for your path, whatever that path may be, whether you know it or not. And so you feel this sense of deep trust, of unwavering faith, that you have everything, every power in you, everything within your capacity to step forward with this newfound alignment, with this new perspective, and bring this with you back into the realm of the waking. And so say goodbye with gratitude to your ancient ones. Thank you for holding me, supporting me as I let go in this fire. Thank you so much, and feel that in your heart. And the ancient ones dissipate for now. And Hummingbird says it's time to now return. So you follow Hummingbird back the way you came, back through the pool of memory that you entered. You return. And you return, you return, you return out of the pool. And you find yourself in the center of the earth once more. And at the center of the earth, Hummingbird says it is now time to rise through the different layers of earth. So you move up through the caves and the crystals, and you move up through the waters of deep that flow underneath. And you keep going up, feeling the pull of the sun take you up, past the rocks and the different layers of sediment, until you feel the roots of the tree that you entered, and you move up this ancient tree of life. And when you arrive inside the center of the tree of life, Hummingbird guides you out of the tree, and you say, "Thank you, tree. Thank you for allowing me to enter and to go down. And now it's time for you to leave." And you say, "It's my time to leave." And so you separate from the tree and look to Hummingbird, give gratitude to Hummingbird. Thank you for being my spirit guide on this journey. And now it's time to return. And so Hummingbird leaves you here for now. You can always return at a future time. And in the next 10 counts, you will return to your body, return to your room, return to your bones, return to this time, to the here and now, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And so, wiggle the fingers, the toes. You can gently rock the head from side to side. Feel free to yawn the arms overhead like you're waking out of bed, feeling the sense of replenishment. And in your own time, when you are ready, if you're not ready, stay a while longer. You can come back to a seated position. And then when you do end your practice, whenever that is, you bring your palms to prayer in front of your heart, and you bow your chin down to your chest in acknowledgement to the 4 directions, the 4 winds, acknowledging the south quadrant, the west, the north, and the east quadrant of your room, snake, jaguar, hummingbird, and great eagle, and give thanks to them for supporting you energetically on this journey. And so I would like to thank you for going back and journeying into this past time of hurt. It is not probably most of our favorite thing to do, to go back into a point of pain or challenge, but it is quite necessary. And if you gathered some useful insight out of this, feel free to journal it down. And if you have a new perspective on what had happened in the past, also journal that down. You might even want to have a conversation with a friend about it. And if you did not have an experience where you journeyed, that's also fine. You might have just had a very visceral somatic experience in the body and felt things happening. We're all wired differently. Also note that journeying is a practice, right? Just like meditation and breath work is a practice, the art of journeying and receiving inner wisdom and guidance from spirit and from your animal guides is something that needs to be done often in order for you to receive the messages. And the messages often come symbolically, right? Just like memories are. Memories sometimes are like moving dreams. They don't always appear exactly as it had happened. Sometimes it appears in a new way, right? You might be, in outer space all of a sudden, but there is this understanding that you have, that your psyche understands, oh, I get why it was like this time. And so continue exploring this, continue breathing, continue deepening into this practice of journeying, and you can also do this again on the replay. You can check out the other live meditation practices that we have on roundglass.com. And thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in a future journey. Until then, this is Johnson Chong. Have a brilliant day.